Who takes care of the caregiver? This is a question that I have been wanting to ask for quite some time. And my experience came from me and my wife being the primary caregivers of our late mom. Let me tell you, experience is the best teacher. And this is a question that we must ask ourselves as a society. Who takes care of the caregiver? Most of the time, we find people asking, how is our relative doing? How is our mother doing? How is my sister doing? Is she eating anything? Is she taking her medication? And you as the caregiver, most of the times, you're fatigued, you have burnout, you have to make sure that your patient eats, they are cleaned, they are taken care of, and more often than not, there is nobody ask you as the caregiver, how are you doing? Most of the times when they call, they are asking you about how the patient is doing, how the person you're taking care of is doing. May it be a sick person, may it be an old person. And this is not an easy thing. Many people think that by sending money, and it is important to send you money. It is important for them to ask how, immediately they send money, they ask you how their patient is doing. They want to make demands, and sometimes they give you pressure. But many times, nobody thinks about the caregiver. And caregivers, most of the times, they get a lot of burnout. They are taking care of a person who has diabetes. And believe me, they may end up actually themselves getting diabetes because of not taking care of themselves. And I have seen people even making demands. You see a person visiting the sick person, they disregard the caregiver, they come, they start making noise, they say, haven't you been taking care of this person? How do they look? Are they not eating? They actually give you real pressure. And sometimes you break down, and I have broken down myself when I was taking care of my mother, because many people would not understand. They would ask a lot of questions. Just because someone sent 1,000 or 2,000, they would make unreasonable demands. And sometimes you, as a human being, you feel they would better not send that money because they don't understand what is happening on the ground. Sometimes you're up all night, the patient is feeling pain, they are groaning, you can't sleep, but many people don't see those things. And therefore, I am urging us to understand and to support the caregivers. Let's remember they need also good eating, they need sleep that most of the time they don't get. They need sometimes to be given a break to go out and live their lives. Personally, I was fatigued because I was doing everything possible to help my mother, and I almost forgot myself. And that is why I'm saying that caregivers are also people. They need to be remembered. You need to understand them. You need not to give unreasonable demands. When you can, visit them, help them do the duties, take care of the patient, come there, stay with them for 2 or 3 days. Be empathetic. Get into their shoes for 1 or 2 days. I've seen people actually visit old people's, some old people that were being taken care of, and you stay there for 2 hours and you want to go. Can you imagine someone who is living with that person? How they feel every day? That is their life. They can't even go to a coffee shop and take some coffee. That is why you are needed. You come, you take turns, you relieve the caregiver, and you let them live their lives for at least a day or some few hours. Come, give them a break, let them go out, sleep in with the patient, sleep in with that old parent, so that you can be able to understand what this person goes through. And you, dear caregivers, take your time, eat well, Try as much as possible to sleep well. Try as much as possible to take care of your mental health, because your life is also important. This is a discussion that I would want us to have. But I want to keep asking, who takes care of the caregiver? The caregiver also sometimes needs a professional counseling because of what they are going through with their patient. And therefore, as a family, as people, we need to pause and think of what caregivers go through. And more so when you're dealing with a life-threatening situation, what we call the terminal illnesses. When these people die and get buried, nobody think about that person again. And these people may continue suffering even after that person has been buried. This is a long video, and if you have come this far, then you understand what I'm talking about. Let's keep talking. Let's support the caregivers, because they are also people and they need to be supported in a big way. Instead of questioning them too much, please understand them. Get into their shoes, visit them, go to the house and ask them how they have been doing. And when you do that, maybe you will be able to support them. And you'll be able to understand living with a sick person in the house for only one day is a tall order. This is my opinion, and this is Musa wa Laikipia. Let's support the caregiver, because anyway, who takes care of the caregiver?